People say Trump has a giant ego, but Bloomberg is a more insidious version of it because he truly thinks that he's better than you. This is a clip of Mike Bloomberg at the Oxford Business School. The beginning of this clip, for some reason it's cut off. The beginning of the clip is, I can teach anybody. And he picks up there.
Anybody, even people in this room, so no offense intended, to be a farmer. It's a process. You dig a hole, you put a seed in, you put dirt on top, add water, up comes the corn. Then we had 300, you could learn that. Then you have 300 years of the Industrial Society. You put the piece of metal on the lathe, you turn the crank in the direction of the arrow, and you can have a job. And we created a lot of jobs. 98% of the world worked in agriculture. Today, it's 2% in the United States. Now comes the information economy. And the information economy is fundamentally different because it's built around replacing people with technology. And the skill sets that you have to learn are how to think and analyze. And that is a whole degree level different. You have to have a different skill set. You have to have a lot more gray matter.
Love that. I can't wait for farmers these next few days. The farmers who don't have to think and analyze. Farming without all that thinking and analyzing. Bloomberg here is articulating as arrogantly as possible the difference between knowledge and wisdom. So Bloomberg thinks he has knowledge, right? He just articulated the textbook knowledge of how to make corn grow. Dig a hole, put a seed in it, put water on it, boom. Bada bing, bada boom, you got corn. But he has no wisdom. Wisdom is taking knowledge and knowing how and when to use it and apply it practically. Wisdom is earned through experience, which he clearly has none. People with wisdom are excellent at reflecting. They have a lot of compassion. They're always pursuing the truth. Philosophy literally means, the word philosophy means love of wisdom. Thomas Aquinas called wisdom the father of all the virtues. But the most important aspect of wisdom is humility, right? So we're talking about how Bloomberg's an egomaniac, there by definition lacks humility, therefore does not have wisdom. So the story goes, the oracle was asked, who is the wisest man in Greece? And the oracle said, Socrates. And Socrates said, whoa, hold on. I'm not wise at all. So what then does the oracle mean by saying that I'm the wisest? So he went on a journey to find men who were wiser than him, to prove the oracle wrong. So the first person that Socrates go to, he was a politician. And he said, my experience was something like this. I thought that he, the politician, appeared wise to many people, and especially to himself, but he was not. I then tried to show him that he thought himself wise, but that he was not. And as a result, he came to dislike me. So I withdrew and I thought to myself, I am wiser than this man. It is likely that neither of us knows anything worthwhile, but he thinks he knows something when he does not, whereas when I do not know, neither do I think I know. So I am likely to be wiser than he is, in that I do not think I know what I do not know. All right, so there's a lot. Wait, what? This politician thought that he was a genius in everything. But Socrates had the humility to say, you know what? I'm not sure about that topic. That thing you're asking me, like farming? I don't know as much about farming as, a farmer. And that humility makes Socrates wiser than the know-it-all politician. But Socrates, he wasn't going to stop there. He's like, all right, I'll just stop with the politician. I got to keep going. So I got to find the wisest man. So he went to, here's what he said. He said, and by the dog, gentlemen of the jury, for I must tell you the truth. I experienced something like this. In my investigation in the service of the god, the oracle, I found that those who had, and this is the key line, those who had the highest reputation for wisdom were nearly the most deficient, while those who were thought to be inferior, NASCAR fans, if I may, were in fact more knowledgeable. How good is that? And that's the famous William Buckley quote when he said, "I would rather be governed by the first 2,000 people in the Boston telephone book than by the Harvard University faculty." This is why I'm not exaggerating. I would trust nearly anyone at the Daytona 500 to be in Congress over many of the people in DC who look down on the NASCAR fans, and that was Socrates' experience as well. Because I can't, this, even like right now as we're having this conversation, there's arrogant elitist people who are hearing this right now and thinking, oh, that's not true, Slater, come on. Socrates is wrong. I know more about things than NASCAR fans. They're not smart. And that's the point. You think you're smarter than NASCAR fans. Bloomberg, you think you're smarter than farmers. You think you can farm. You think you're an expert in one thing, and therefore you're an expert in all things, but you're not. Slater Crusaders, thanks for watching the first on YouTube. If you want more, like, subscribe. We got plenty.